Now I want you to notice something interesting. This place is not watered.
No, it isn't.
I want you to come here because you're gonna eat this. You see the water? This is. I want you to start here because this is usually tough and stringy.
Yeah, yeah.
Start there and eat your way back and talk to us.
It's very tender. It's tender like the top is that I usually buy.
Would you cook that?
No.
Yeah. You know why you cook food?
Oh, thank you.
You know why y'all cook food? Y'all. For you in the South.
Yeah.
You cook food because it's tough and you try to make it soft.
Oh, it's amazing.
And nothing should be tough. If you notice in the beginning of the garden, God didn't issue Adam and Eve a stove and refrigerator. You're laughing, but it's not funny. When you cook food, you kill enzymes. Big time. You should be eating everything fresh and seasoned, pick and eat, raw, like everything in nature does. Nothing in nature cooks food. It's just humans who don't get it.
Right. Because we've been lied to.
We've been lied to. Yeah, influence is a big deal.
So you'll dig this up and
Yeah. See, I have asparagus beds, and so if you walk through, it's all over my orchard. It's everywhere. This is a thing I'm finding is this abundance can be a challenge. I'm telling you, I have so much abundance here. It is so hard to control. You see, I prune my trees open. I want you to hear the language I'm using. I prune my trees open because I'm trying to reduce the amount of fruit I get. I'm making an effort to get less and it's not working.
It's usually the opposite.
And you know, I keep asking, could I get less please? And he's not being cooperative. It's just, it totally blows me out. Like, really? Could I get less? And I'm doing everything I can to make that happen, but it's not happening. Because abundance is his only nature. All he does is multiply and he doesn't know anything else. And so that's just what happens. Well, we're just about 2:30, so we'll get ready to start. Welcome. Glad y'all could come. If you need water, if you walk up up my driveway, there's a black 4runner there right in front of the drinking fountain. If you brought water, I encourage you to dump it out because my water is from the glaciers of the Olympics at 7.3 pH. It's really good water. If you need to use a bathroom, if you just follow the road around the house, you come around the house and continue down, you'll see a wooden building with the green roof on the left-hand side. That's the restroom. You're welcome to use it. If you have questions, I really welcome them. They're never an interruption. If they should come to you, please ask because they're many times very beneficial and really helps me be on track. And so I really appreciate and thankful for your questions. So they're a real blessing to me. Okay. Why I do this is that I've been gardening since I was 5 years old. That was 63 years ago. And only 2 years I missed was when I was in the Army. So for 60 years, I've been gardening. So I do have a perspective. And I worked really hard to fail for a lot of those years. I mean, I was diligent. I wanted a garden. I was into it, but man, I worked hard to fail, really hard. And it was very frustrating. And then I moved up here and found I didn't have water. And I asked the Creator how I could grow fruit trees with water. And he took me out to the woods. He says, come out to the woods, I'll show you how to grow trees without water. And it changed my life. Totally changed my life. I realized everything I was taught and everything I've been doing was stupid and didn't work. And when I saw how amazing the covering was, the covering is so significant in nature. If you look at nature, every living organism in nature has a protective covering. You see those dogs, they have fur. You know, we have skin. Birds have feathers. Fish have scales. And the soil is a living organism, and nowhere in nature where man hasn't been is the soil ever uncovered. Are you following me? Nowhere in nature where man hasn't been do you ever see exposed dirt. It only happens when man shows up and says, I'm going to tame this, I'm going to grow things. And the idiot, not realizing before he showed it was growing great, and he rips the cover off, and then now he has weeds and he's killing himself and going backwards. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And these farmers today, I mean, I feel so sorry for them. They're spending more and more each year to produce less and less. That's their reality. They spend more each year to produce less. And that's how they live. And they think it's okay. It's insanity. Total insanity. We're here under this environment. I do less and less each year and get more and more. I love it. It's so fun. It's just like, really? And every year my produce gets bigger and sweeter. I love that. Because God's not static. And the reason is, you see, as this material lays on the ground and it's composting, as water goes through it, it creates compost tea that feeds the soil. And what I'm seeing is more is going into the soil and the plants take out. And so every year, it gets better. Gets better. Gets better. Non-ending. I had the most interesting conversation with the creator last year. I had arugula in my garden. You know arugula? It doesn't get very big. It's not supposed to, according to what you're told. But I had arugula in my garden. I had to take my tape measure. I couldn't believe it. But I had arugula with leaves 1 foot long, 4 inches wide. Arugula. And I'm saying to the creator, what's up with this? You know what he told me? This isn't going to end. This is not going to end. It's awesome. It just keeps getting better because it can't help it. It's just so fun. And it's so encouraging. You feel like, look at this, you know, it's so good. Anyway, we'll walk down. You're going to see some beets here. You're going to see beets you've never in your life ever seen so big. The greens and the beet themselves, you know. And what's amazing me is last year they weren't that big. It's like every year it just keeps getting better and better and better. It's so cool. Now you see the space you're walking on here? I want you to notice as you walk on it how buoyant it is under your feet. And I want you to notice what's out on top of it, all these cars. And this happens every week, and my wife's a midwife and women come here for their prenatals. And this material cannot be compacted. It's impossible. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
It can't be compacted. And what I discovered last year is that compacted soil is dead. When you take the covering off the ground, the soil compacts and it dies. It's huge. Where living soil can't be compacted. You can bend over your hand, you can start moving that. Look at that with his foot, just effortlessly. This is that, and you see how quickly it's starting to get damp? See how this moisture's there?
Wow.
It's awesome. It's just so fun. And so the whole concept of preparing soil doesn't exist in a living environment. Soil never is prepared because it can't compact. So all you do is you get ready to plant, drop a seed in the ground, and they grow because they can't help it. It's vital. It's alive. When you take the cover off, that doesn't happen. So I want you, while you're here today, to anything you see you want to eat, enjoy. Because I really want you to experience what real food tastes like, because it's really good. And you're going to find everything you eat will be sweet. I have nothing bitter. I asked the creator about bitter food because when the film first came out in 2011, it came out in August, and a lot of farmers coming here, you know, from all over the country, like in February, and all I had to offer them was kale and cilantro. And I got, you know, hundreds of people coming, and they all say to me, how come this kale's not bitter? You know, I'm eating these stems, they're usually bitter. How come this isn't? You know, I keep hearing this over and over again. I kind of sense I'm supposed to learn something. So I asked the creator, what he told me really was awesome. I want you to look at my body language. He says, when plants grow in compacted dead soil, they're struggling to live. And they're expressing in their flavor their bitterness. Did you hear me? Yeah. They're expressing their bitterness. They're bitter because how hard life was. Conversely, when plants grow in nutrient-dense, loose soil, life's sweet. It was easy. And it tastes that way because it wasn't hard. Nature's so real. I love it. No lies.
Sweet life.
Sounds analogous to people.
Yep.
Then I would assume that you're not bitter
I'm not.
about your health issues.
Not, you know why? Because I read the owner's manual. In the owner's manual, it gives us some very, very important instructions. It says, in everything, give thanks. You know what everything leaves out? Nothing. And I'm so learning. You see, if I would whine and complain, oh, I can't walk, I can't do this, life's a drag. You're just, because you are what you think. But when you say, yay, God, thank you, I'm moving, we're still getting stuff done, this is good, this is awesome. And you know what this is doing? This is making me become more understanding and considerate and compassionate when I used not to be, so it's a good thing. This is awesome. And this is only temporary because I'm going to be traveling at the speed of thought forever. So this is
Yeah.
not going to last long. So, and eventually I think I'm going to get healed. So I'm good.
Do you ever give talks to youth groups about this? I think that would be a good idea.
No, but you know, I don't travel well, you know, but I would be glad to tell anybody. But I'm just telling you, I've really learned from experience that the owner's manual is really significant. We need an owner's manual. We need help, and that book doesn't miss anything. It tells you how to deal with everything. It's so cool. Just for example, you know the importance of gut flora in your stomach. How important gut flora is in your gut. How without it you don't digest food. You're not well.
Right.
You know the Bible talks about gut flora.
It does?
Yep. In a very common passage that you don't connect the dots. Paul's writing to his son in the faith, Timothy, and he gives him some instruction. He says, Timothy, drink a little wine for your stomach's sake, gut flora, and your often infirmities. Timothy, you're sick all the time because you have no gut flora and you can't digest your food. And you're not getting nutrition from your food. If you drink a little wine, which establishes gut flora because it's fermented, you'll get nutrition from your food and you get well. I love the Bible, man. Nothing's missed. It's all there. It's awesome.
Well, that's all I have for this video. Bang around that bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Call us on the hotline if you have comments or questions and want to be featured in an upcoming video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Check us out on the website, and we'll see you guys on the next one.